Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of The Melting Pot. I am your host, K2. All right, today we're going to start off with another War on Workers segment. And the topic of today is sports betting. So I got this in the mail. This is going to make your day. Spoiler alert. It's not. So it is a college and pro football betting digest. Gives you all the stats of last year, all the dates of this year's football games. Ooh, 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Just use code Dystopian Reality today. Oh, and there's also a crypto deal for 200% if you use Monopoly money instead. Super cool. I'm a libertarian when it comes to shit. Yeah, I'm very much whatever floats your boat, as long as it doesn't sink me or mines. But this shit starting to affect society. It's like, maybe there's something to be said about having to travel to a casino to do this shit. You know, we're going to the ATM time after time after time after time. Maybe makes you start to think a little bit about what the fuck you're doing. There's all that shit online. In fact, they breach their own terms of service that police against exploiting addicts to just make some money. So why is this relevant to workers? The whole industry feeds off the desperation of workers. Gambling has always been used by the people with capital to siphon money from those of us who do not. And in this hellscape, we made it so you can lose your paycheck betting on dildos. So, what the fuck are we doing, America? It's super sad that the only hope, so many of us have is just on some pipe dream, Hail Mary shit. I mean, we live paycheck to paycheck, from fucking tax return to tax return. It's like, look at UFC fighters. They risk their health, their safety, for a chance to win a few purses, so they don't end up sweeping floors or cleaning toilets. And all of those purses together equal about 18.6% of UFC revenue. So less than 20% of overall revenue goes to the people creating the spectacle that earns that revenue. It's and who knows how much the betting markets are making off the fighters' labor. So just like wrestling, the worker is getting screwed. And the worker in question might just end up brain dead or with Parkinson's someday. And I'm sure Dana White won't be around to take care of their insurance needs. But hey, we've got this.
UFC CEO Dana White said a fight night at the White House on the 4th of July next year is, quote, absolutely going to happen. He's scheduled to travel to Washington later this month to meet with President Donald Trump and his daughter, Ivanka, to discuss logistics. President Trump said last month that he wanted to stage a UFC match on the White House grounds with upwards of 20,000 spectators to celebrate 250 years of American independence. Trump is a longtime UFC enthusiast and a close friend of White. Their alliance has paid dividends for both parties. White stumped for Trump at Republican conventions, while men who soak up fight nights threw their support behind Trump in the election.
Fucking wild. It's like a building that's supposed to represent our great nation and ideals. So naturally, we have some real authentic imperial bread and circus shit. Except fuck the bread part. That's just some woke Marxist nonsense. They need you to bet on the circus and starve. Broadcast live on Paramount Plus / Skydance, since their bribes to Emperor Trump got them their fucking merger. To think he made people think that he was a fucking populist. All right, let's see what controlling 60 Minutes coverage to force resignation, canceling the Late Show, and $16 million bought the oligarchs.
Going to the next year. And we have to get in there and we have to deliver. These guys are investing in the sport, in the athletes, and, we got to get in there and kill it. So we got a lot of hard work to do over the next several months. Already coordinating now to get the teams together, everybody start to meet each other, and start to game plan for January.
The decision to largely shy away from pay-per-view, I know you said it may still be on the table, but stay over. I mean, how difficult of a decision was that to make?
It's not that it's on the table. I mean, the whole thing started going out. Pay-per-view's dead. Pay-per-view's not dead. We're on pay-per-view on Saturday. And the pay-per-view business is still very much alive and well. But, we were talking about potential pay-per-view with other streaming partners that we were talking to in the deal, but just not in this one. And who knows what could happen. The beautiful thing about this business is every year something happens that I don't see coming. A fight that you never thought would happen, or who knows? I mean, now, we're doing boxing and we're doing MMA. Who knows what could happen, and anything could be a pay-per-view. Something could be a pay-per-view still.
Does this require massive restructuring of fighter pay? I mean, they used to be pay-per-view partners with you, right? Now what's the carrot or the encouragement to be the superstar? It's
not massive restructuring. We got a bunch of smart kids over there that work in the accounting department to figure out how.
Yeah, the fighters don't make money, and now they still won't make money.
But it's so good for the fighters, and what I love
sure
about
it is
being with one company that made such a big investment in us is they're all in with us. So the fighters are going to get tons of promotion.
Sure.
Built by all these different unbelievable networks that these guys own, and these are aggressive, smart guys that are going to build a big media company.
Whoever can pay them, but
know
you.
What the cards are going to look like? I mean, now that you no longer have to sell a pay-per-view, does that mean you don't necessarily have to stack the numbered events so deep and you spread the roster a little bit?
That's not the way I think. That's not the way I think. We're going to go in with to this Paramount deal, guns a-blazing, and no, that's not the way I think. I don't go, let's water this shit down now. We don't have to. Exact opposite.
Nice. Last one for me. I did want to ask. I know we don't know where Contender Series lands yet, but you had talked when you were talking with other partners that they want twice as many Contender Series. Is that still something that you're talking about, or with this, does that change things?
Yeah, everybody loves the Contender Series, so we're still working on it. We got to figure out. There's still a lot of moving pieces and parts to this deal.
Dana, going back to tonight, when you have guys like
Yeah, I'm done with this guy. He's gonna fucking exploit all of them. Just fucking take advantage. Just fucking classic. So, there it is. There it fucking is. Monopoly power gets a pass with built-in programming, even. So, all for, the low cost of American integrity.